been way back all day morning. So I say, but since yesterday it's actually been getting a bit boring to just do nothing. What do you mean? He's pretty much... Wait, or did he skip a few days, or what? I don't even know. Oh yeah, today is New Year's Eve. Last day of the year arrived a lot faster than I expected. Maybe I should try to do something useful since it's the last day. At least that's what I thought. That's pretty short, and I was going to buy ingredients for the New Year's food. And Yuma was probably hanging around in the living room. Maybe I should try to get Yumi to help me up with the cleaning up for the hectic evening. So what should I do? Let's do the cleaning with Yumi. Alright, it's decided. I'll go drag Yumi off the floor and get some New Year's cleaning done. That's a weird bit of... That's a weird line. I'll go drag Yumi off the floor. Okay. Alright, maybe we'll have to buy some cleaning stuff first. Hey, Yume! Yume was sitting on the kotetsu and didn't even turn her head to look at me. Yume, you listening? I'm talking to you. As usual, she didn't even move a muscle. I guess she just doesn't want to take her eyes off whenever she's watching. Hey, Yume, I know that TV show is fun, but could you pay attention to me for a bit? Hey, when having a conversation, you should look at the person talking to you. Even an elementary school student knows that. It's just like, a person with social anxiety knows that too, but they can't do it, so fuck you! It's difficult with anxiety, man. Although I have... Nowadays, I'm kind of used to looking at people when talking to them. For like years, I'd like always be looking off into the distance somewhere else in a different direction when talking to people because it was incredibly awkward for me. And it still feels pretty awkward even now. Even though she looked like a girl and dressed like a girl, I guess whoever created her didn't think it was worth getting her to act like a girl. This is where I had to steal my bleeding heart and show her the true way of mankind. You mean... that? I grabbed the remote control and mercilessly turned off the TV. No, look at me, young lady. There's your big brother. There's something I must tell you. Hold on! You may snatch the remote away from me and quickly turn the TV back on. We're not done talking yet. Hand that over. Yume kept watching TV while holding a remote in her hand and dodging my attempts to take it back. I'm just going to talk for like 30 minutes. Give that back to me. Her movements were too quick. I had no way of taking it back. Grr! How can she be so fast when she's usually so lazy? She's dodging all my attacks even though she's sitting under the kotetsu. You know, can you unplug the TV or something? Remote won't cover for that. Well, I still have the upper hand. I slowly got up, walked over the TV, and defeated it by pressing the power switch. You may press the power button on the remote over and over, but nothing happened. Well, to be fair, you kind of disrupted his kind of relaxing, sleeping in kind of laziness, and now he's going to interrupt your laziness. Forgive me, you may never wish for it to come to this. Yume sighed and turned to face me. In olden days, people said that the clothes a man wears are connected to the feelings in his heart. Even though she was wearing feminine pajamas, Yume was still being Yume. She was still being as incredibly lazy as ever. You know what? I can totally relate to the laziness though. Just like, I can't be arsed, kind of, you know, just pure lazy. I guess no pajamas nor jersey could change the way Yume was. Yume, do you know what day today is?
年越しそばを食べて紅白歌合戦を見る日。
That's correct, but do you know what else we do that's even more important? Today is the day when we exercise all of the dirt we've gathered up during the past year.
大掃除？来年でいいじゃない。そんなに汚れてるように見えないし。
Just like, yeah, we'll clean the house next year. We'll wait, like, let it pile up another year's worth of dirt, dust, mess, whatever. Just like, screw it. Oh, that's no good at all.
どうして？兄さんってそんなに綺麗好きだったっけ？
Of course not. But if I were to just leave it today, I'll probably never be able to do a big cleanup again. You should be familiar with how much I hate cleaning by now, right?
そうだね。兄さんダメダメグータラだもんね。
Oh! It was a great shock for me to hear that. I mean, considering the person who said it to me. Anyways, I'm completely resolved to doing the New Year's cleaning today. I think, like, we're all in the same boat here. It's like, Yume hates cleaning, Yoshiyuki hates cleaning, I hate cleaning, some of you viewers probably hate cleaning. It's a pain in the ass. But some people love cleaning. And that's just like, to people like me who just don't like cleaning, it's just like, I don't get it, man. What's the appeal? It's just like picking stuff up and all that and folding shit and just like I just don't know how to clean the way they do. I mean, some people are like, they can clean a room and you just like, after they've cleaned the room, you just step into the room, you're just like, how the bloody hell did he do that? Because like, to me, it's just like, well, what do you do? I mean, there's just like a complete mess. Sure, some stuff goes in the bin, some recycling. What about everything else? It's like, okay, fold up the clothes. Okay, set them for like washing, but what about everything else? Where the hell do you place most of this stuff? You gotta reorganize things, which is always a pain in the ass. Today I refuse to be lazy like you. This is the chance to clean up that I've been waiting for this entire year.
でも、かったるよ。
Indeed. I feel the same way, so you should put some energy into it. So go get changed and... An immediate reply. What?
いや、だって着替えるってことはパジャマを脱ぐってことで、だからつまり嫌なの。
She really didn't offer me any explanation as to why. I had no idea what she was trying to say.
私は別に兄さんと違っていつでも大掃除できるから、今は着替える必要はないです。
She crossed her arms in order to show her resolve to not change her clothes. I'm just wasting my time here. Well, we were finally on vacation from school, so it wasn't like I didn't know how she felt. In fact, I'd really have liked to do the same thing myself. Oh well, it can't be helped. We'll head out alone then. I stopped trying to persuade Yume and stood up.
行くってどこへ？
To the shopping district, I need to buy some cleaning supplies. I figured I'd buy some snacks while I'm out at it too. Since I don't do this very often, I thought I might bring you along. But since you won't change your mind, I'm counting on you to watch the house while I'm out.
ちょっと待った。
It's like, well, if you're paying for the snacks, I'll tag along. As I was about to leave, Yume called out to me.
お買い物に行くの？
Yep.
一人で？
Yes, that's what I just said.
お姉ちゃんは？
But she seemed to be really busy, so I didn't ask her. She's busy with the plot, you know, very important plot stuff. Why are you asking anyway?
いや、別に深い意味はないよ。お姉ちゃん誘ってないんだ。
She put her index finger to her lips and looked like she was thinking about something. Nissan something? Didn't catch that. She clapped her hands together and...
しょうがないから付き合ってあげるよ。
That was what she suddenly said. What?
大晦日の日に一人で買い物ってのも寂しいもんね。そんな寂しい兄さんのためにしょうがないから私が付き合ってあげるって言ってるの。すぐ着替えてくるからちょっと待ってて。
Having said that, she ran off towards the guest room. Weird, she was so opposed to changing her clothes just a moment ago. She sure changed her mind real fast. What on earth is going on here anyway? Why did she change her attitude when I said I was going shopping? Geez, I guess there's something in it for her somehow. Well, you did mention snacks. Oh well, whatever. Plus she's also, totally, likes you, but in more of a way that you just can't comprehend because you're dense. It is pretty lonely to go shopping on your own, and now everything's going according to plan. I absentmindedly waited for Yume to finish changing.
というわけで、これからみんなで力を合わせて大掃除をします。
Well, today looked all fired up as she declared that.
はあ、かったるいな。
Yume sighed, looking like this was the worst thing ever. But it's more than just a pain in the neck, pain in the back, arms. Depends on what type of cleaning you're doing. If you're like having to freaking kind of bend to pick things up, just placing things, or if you just like have to extend your arm out to kind of like clean the windows or some shit like that, it does a number on you. Unless you've got a shit ton of stamina. That makes me wonder, like, how much stamina people that clean on a regular basis, like, frequently, like every day, constant, like, well, not constant, but clean so often that it's just like they could clean a room in just like 5 minutes, and you just be like, it'd take me 5 years to do that. Well, it's not like I didn't know how she felt.
もう、ゆめちゃん、そんなことじゃダメだよ。今年の汚れは今年のうちにきれいにしておかなくちゃ。
Wait, I thought she said, while it's still here for some reason.
いや、そもそもこの家を汚したのは私でもお姉ちゃんでもないし。
I'm pretty sure you did some of it. You've been coming over for meals for like 6 months now, haven't you?
それはそうかもしれないけど。はいはい。ってことで大掃除を始めます。これは決定事項です。それで全体の作業順番と各自の役割分担だけど。
Well, Otane was now in student council president mode. While in this mode, Otane was more dangerous than usual.
って聞いてる？弟くん。
Yes. If you let her guard down just for a bit, that's what would happen.
じゃあ、まずは今のお掃除から。弟くんに家具を動かしてもらって畳を拭きましょう。へえ、わざわざ雑巾がけするの？掃除機でもいいんじゃない？そんなに汚れてるようには見えないし。見えるところはね、見えないところには意外と埃が溜まってたりするの。
Yeah, I think I mentioned this the previous time as well, but I hear that a lot of dust tends to be dead human skin, essentially. So, what about the other percent of dust, then? Is dust just dead skin in general, or is it... I don't know. I could, just like, quick Google, just like so. Let's see, what is dust, essentially, other than, dead skin? What more is it to it? Anything else? But, as Yume and Yoshiyuki would both say, can't be asked. Well, they haven't ever worded it like that, but essentially, same thing.
埃とか溜まったまんまにしておくといろいろと危険なんだよ。喘息やアレルギーを起こす原因になったり、火事の原因になることだってあるんだから。そうなんだ。うん。だからちゃんとお掃除しないとね。
After we finished cleaning the living room, we moved on to the kitchen.
じゃあ、まずはこの食器棚からお願いね、弟くん。
Rodney quickly assigned us tasks. I was getting a bit used to this work by now. Even if I tried to refuse, she'd just skillfully persuade me to help out anyway. It's not that I didn't like it, I thought it was pretty amazing about Rodney. Okay, I'll take the dinnerware out of the cupboard then.
平気平気。兄さんならそのまま持ち上げられるでしょ。
You dummy, if my hand slipped, I'd end up breaking all the plates.
その時はその時よ。諦める。
She thoughtlessly said. Aren't your plates in here? I'm pretty sure the ones you like.
いや、それは先に出しておくから大丈夫。
Why, you little...
ほらほら、二人が仲良しさんなのは分かったから、口だけじゃなくて手も動かす。
Anytime I hear someone say, why, you little, think of the Simpsons.
お話ししてたらいつまで経っても終わんないんだからね。
Man, that's a weird image, though, in my mind. And, like, I suppose Aunt May would be Marge, I suppose? I don't know. Student Council President Aunt May was very strict. Oh, you're even cleaning the kitchen ventilation fan. Sorry about that.
うん、ついでだからね。これ持っててくれる？
Will do. I took the fan component that Aunt May handed over to me. I knew this thing was part of my house, but it looked like it had been swimming around in a sea of oil or something. I should probably clean it a bit more often after this.
ラッキー、プリン発見。
You may happily exclaimed as she looked into the refrigerator. Hey, you, that one's mine, so put it back where it was.
いや、そんなこと言っても、どこにも兄さんの名前は書いてないし。
You know, that's a bullshit thief excuse right there, isn't it? Just be like, you nick something off someone's lawn, just like, hey, those are mine! Well, it hasn't got your name on it, so fuck it, finders keepers. Well, we'll see how that holds up in court, motherfucker!
ここは公平なルールにのっとって、第一発見者の手に委ねられるべきでしょ。
She laughed evilly and took the pudding out of the fridge. Don't just make up your own rules. Come on, put it back. I'll take you to court, you may. Just like, so what is this case all about? She stole my pudding! Seriously, we got some stupid cases, but come on now. Are you serious about this?
弟くん、喧嘩しないの。プリンなら今度買ってあげるから。
Oh, that's not the problem. It's that Yume selfishly stole my...
いいじゃない。ゆめちゃんは妹なんだから。
Just like, yeah, if she steals your stuff, it's perfectly, eh? Okay, yeah. That's precisely why we can't forgive this display of violence. Violent is not violence. Whatever, it's not appropriate behavior.
それじゃあ、いただきます。
Yume skipped up to me, smiling with her entire face and opened the lid of the pudding cup. Now, can you imagine walking into a shop, you just grab something off the shelf and just, like, walk out and just like, hey, where are you going with that? Just like, well, it hasn't got anyone's name on it, so I'm taking it. He's like, it doesn't work that way. The smell of caramel sauce reached my nostrils. I watched in a daze as she set her spoon down into the delicious softness and scooped up a bit. Hey, you, are you going to eat that in front of me? You've got a heart of stone. Since both my hands were occupied, I could do nothing to stop you, May.
しょうがないな。はい。
As she said that, she held out a spoonful of pudding in front of me. What are you doing?
何？いらないの？だったら私が食べる。
You know, I've got to remember when editing to, you know, actually focus on the editing itself, because I tend to just let the footage play and wait for any point where I point out things in case, like, just like, where I'm just be like, let me have a look and walk through a minute, kind of things like that, so that I know when to edit, because I don't pay full attention to it usually, but there's a lot of glares in this recording, so I've got to pay a bit more attention. What, you don't want it? So I'll just eat it then. No wait, I'll eat it. Wait, no, that was your line. The one before it. Yume said it herself and put a spoonful of pudding in my mouth. The rich flavor of egg and milk spread inside my mouth. Yume-sama, please let me have another bite, and please make it one with a lot of caramel sauce.
もうダメ。甘いものばっかり食べて太ったらどうするの？
Well, what about you? Isn't that actually what you did that one time? Loads of sweets, then curry? How the hell do you do that? I won't get fat off a tiny bite like this. Please, one more bite.
まったくしょうがないな、兄さんは。
Yume looked proud like she had me beaten and handed me another spoonful. I guess Yume isn't cold-hearted all the time.
もうあげないからね。今のが最後の一口。
That pudding was mine to begin with, though. It's just like, she isn't all that cold-hearted. I mean, she still stole your pudding, but still, at least she gave you some of your own freaking pudding, but she stole the rest. Almost certain of how I felt, she scooped up some pudding and put it in her mouth. She clapped her mouth shut over the spoon and looked incredibly happy. She sounded completely overjoyed. She then took another spoonful and ate it. Hey, Yume. Just thought about it. Are you really fine with that?
Nani?
Well, isn't that like an indirect kiss? Again, with the indirect kiss thing. I mean, if that was the case, think of the people that kind of like have like a bottle of water and like share it and stuff like that. What about that? They don't think, oh, that's an indirect kiss. They think, here's some water. They don't think, oh, that was an indirect kiss. That's kind of awkward now. They don't think of that shit, but Yoshiyuki's just like, I'm a protagonist in a visual novel. I must react in this over-the-top way. Wait. I'm acting in an over-the-top way myself here, so, forget that.
別に兄弟なんだし、関節キスくらい普通だよ。いいも悪いもないでしょ?
Yeah, yes. Since we're siblings, there weren't any special feelings like that. But, in that case, why was Yume's face starting to turn red? And she was looking really embarrassed.
何よ。あんまり顔を見ないでよ。
Yume's face turned bright red and suddenly she turned away from me and left the kitchen. My face was feeling a bit hot as well. But they laughed like she was having lots of fun.
じゃあ、あとは弟くんのお部屋で最後だね。
So we're finally at the end, huh? It felt like the big cleanup had taken an eternity, but it was almost over. Wait, what? No, let's not do that. I can clean my own room just fine. I'll do it properly, I promise. Yep, it's no problem at all. I was waving my arms trying to stop Otne's plans as politely as I could.
なんでそんなリアクションなの?
She gave me a confused look. No, that's, in a man's room there are a lot of secret items, but I couldn't say that to Otne.
お姉ちゃんに見られたらまずいものとかあるからでしょ?
And then you said it? What the heck?
私に見られたらまずいの?
No, not a single thing. Why would there be? You may let out an unpleasant little chuckle.
じゃあ別に掃除しても大丈夫だよね。兄さんの部屋を。
No, I really should clean my own room. It's only right.
そんな遠慮しなくていいよ。それに男の子のお掃除って細かいところまで綺麗になってないことが多いから、大掃除の時くらいは隅々までしないとね。
You know, it's just like a double standard on here. If he's just like, I'll help you clean one of your rooms. Piss off, Yoshiyuki. He's like, whoa, hostile all of a sudden. Otne said that with a 100% pure smile on her face.
それじゃあ兄さんの部屋に行こうか。
Yume said that with a 100% evil smile on her face. You little! These two sisters are so alike except completely different, which is contradictory. Crap, if I come to this, I'll just have to make sure they don't find that. If Otne were to find it, just the thought of it was making me break out into a cold sweat. Which means she's totally going to find it.
ちょっとそこどいてくれるかな、弟くん。
Oh, this place is fine. I'll take care of it, yep. I was standing in front of the bed in order to avert Otne's attention from it. This is where I make my last stand.
そんなこと言って、さっきから全然お掃除進んでないじゃない。
I'll do it later, it's fine.
どうして後でなのかな。今一緒にやっちゃえばいいじゃない。
It should be clear as to why, but Otne just looked confused. And that was specifically why I wouldn't want to allow her to clean this specific spot.
だって、そこに隠してるとても白日の下にはさらせないものが出てきちゃ困るもんね。特にお姉ちゃんの前では。
Hey! What do you say, my dear younger sister? Why would I ever keep something like that around? Maybe all your New Year's laziness has affected your brain?
お姉ちゃん、ベッドの下。
Without remorse, you may utter those words.
ちゃんとベッドの下も掃除しないとね。ほこりとか溜まってるはずだし。
You know what'd be major twist would be if it wasn't that, but was in fact like Yoshiyuki is actually a bit like Kanji from Persona 4. You know, like, just had loads of magazines on knitting and cute things, just like, what the hell, Yoshiyuki? Just be like, yeah, I know, embarrassing.
きっといろんなゴミが出てくるよ。
Yume tilted her head, a devilish smile on her face. Please forgive me! My life is going to...
そうだね。やっぱりどいて、弟くん。
Agreeing with what Yume had said, she tried to push me away from the bed. Oh, wait, Otne! I'm pretty sure Otne isn't strong enough to... Hey, Yume, let go of me! Whoa, ah! Yume suddenly let go and I lost my balance. Looking around, I noticed I had ended up where Otne was standing a moment ago. Wait just a minute! Panicking, I tried to stop her, but... Ah! It was already too late. I glanced at Otne, who was sitting on her knees in front of my bed. Well, dear God, please save me. Why do you make me undertake such weird trials?
さてと、ここで最後っと。
Holding the washcloth, she stuck her hand in under the bed.
なんだろ、これ。ダメだよ、弟くん。ベッドの下に物を置いたりしちゃう。
She lightly scolded me for that, and then, wait, actually, it's like you shouldn't store things under your bed. But what if you got too much shit that you got nowhere else to put it, though? And I don't mean like bung them unorganized. I mean organized, it's sure, but just scroll it under the bed. Like my games, for example. I don't know where the bloody hell to put the damn things because there's so many of them. So I just like got them in crates now and just like bunged them under the bed. Otne suddenly pulled out my grand collection from underneath my bed. Gradually, the soft voluptuous forms of my goddesses emerged, with probably like a kind of gleaming kind of effect. Otne twitched, then she froze. In fact, the very air inside the room froze. This is the end. Game over. As I looked at Otne's back, I could sense the immense pressure she was emanating. This is bad.
巨乳アイドルエリカの秘密。あなたに全部見てほしい。弟くんはどんな秘密を知りたいのかな?
But then he goes into her room, just like finds 50 Shades of Grey. He's like, oh, yeah, that's bad, but oh, this? Oh, totally fine, yeah. Just like, this is porn, man. Whack. I don't understand that. That seems like an odd difference, isn't it? Just like, society kind of makes it out like women are just like not perverted in the slightest of ways, and then suddenly this book suddenly like becomes a bestseller. It's like, oh, just oh, really now? Oh no, that's these facts. I never thought hell on earth existed. I can totally just picture a woman reading 50 Shades of Grey with a monocle and a hat and all that. Just be like, oh, we are too sophisticated for such dreadful, pornography. Whether it be pictures or video, no, we are so sophisticated we read it because that's the only way to get full satisfaction out of it. You what? Shut up! Actually, this is slightly worse than hell. You know, I'm pretty sure there is probably a few places on Earth that are literally called hell. Because I would not be surprised, not because it'd be like, oh, it's a total hellhole, but because it's a different language.
誘惑の巨乳助教師。みだらな特別個人授業。
What a name right there, man. Allure of the tremendously titty teacher. What?
どんな特別個人授業なんだろうね。ね、弟くん。
I don't know, math maybe? I need to get out of here, but my legs won't move. It would have been even more awkward if you said, I don't know, biology? Oh, shit. Bit by bit, my body was starting to tremble.
爆乳レースクイーン危険なナビシート。危険なナビシートね。ナビシートって危険なものなの？
Well, you know, they say that the most deaths while driving occur in the passenger seat, right? That's why it's dangerous and
弟くん？
And the best way that, like, you know, safety is to wear nothing while sitting in the car, probably. Yes?
ちょっとそこに正座なさい。
Yeah, right away. I instantly jumped into the corner and sat down. I didn't care if someone thought I was pathetic. I just wanted to stay alive, that's all.
それと、ゆめちゃん？何？これ。
She handed over my grand collection to Yume. Yume looked really bothered. Well, of course she would. That's the strange thing about these type of things. It's like some people would be like, oh, it's healthy at that age, really? You know, it's understandable. But other people, like, aren't they just like strict, just like, no. It is evil. It is filth. It is below the gutter of humans. It's despicable behavior, Yoshiyuki, and it will not be accepted. You will go to hell for this, so I shall burn it so that you will not be able to go to hell, because I got rid of the problem for you. The way I kind of worded that and said it made it sound like she's like some kind of overly attached girlfriend or some sort. Just like, I burnt all the stuff. Just like, what? You won't be needing it. Why would you hand over my collection to Yume? Wait, what? All the dreams and hopes of my youth, my beloved treasure. My other half, which was to climb the stairs to adulthood with me. I'm totally over the top with the voicing here. No, not at all. I heard Yume run off as fast as she could. Damn her! She ran off on her own to burn it and left me here to face the full wrath of Ordine. Not that I wouldn't have done the same thing. Ordine struck up an intimidating pose as she stood in front of me. Can you imagine if Yoshiyuki had a totally different reaction instead of just be like, I'm sorry, but instead, yes, so? Just like, doesn't give a shit, just like, yes, so what? She smiled at me as she said that, and then I fell into the depths of hell. So this is hell? Okay. After having been preached to about an hour's exhausting both mind and soul, I immediately took the clean rag that was handed to me and I decided this is not a scene and not a Yume scene, so let's skip it. Like, hey, you didn't skip the other scenes that didn't have Yume in it, you asshole. We're making, like, just like, so we don't drag it on too long. Because the routes can drag on a lot longer if we don't, you know, off-screen other characters that's, you know, we've already seen their kind of scenes and routes. We haven't seen Yoshiyuki's eyes, though, since the skiing trip, I think. I think that's the only time we've ever seen his eyes. Seems to be a trend in protagonists. It's like they have a nose, they have a mouth, they have a body, they have hair, but they don't have eyes. We have a few CG exceptions, but those are rare. The newscaster was like, hey, more stuff. And this happened, and this, and that, and magic. And plot that we've seen, and we're off-screening, despite it being plot, because we've seen it before. plot, of course, that we will inevitably find out more about in your route, which I think one of your comments said it's pretty much that like a separate option kind of opens up after clearing all the other routes. So I'm kind of thinking it's probably a bit like Little Busters. I remember when I originally went through that visual novel, you got, I forget what it was called now. It was called, can't remember, but there was essentially like a kind of final route that becomes unlocked only after you've cleared all of the normal routes, and it becomes a separate option in the menu. Sakura-san kept that one to everyone.
乙女ちゃんもゆめちゃんももちろんよしゆきくんも5体満足健康に過ごせたみたいでよかったなぁと思いつつ、ただよしゆきくんが留年しちゃったりしないかとそれだけが心配で、もしよしゆきくんが留年でもしようものなら僕は保護者として、そして学園長として。
Sakura-san, isn't that good enough for a New Year's speech? Let's just eat already. Let's just eat already. No. No. We'll eat next time. So I'll see you next time, viewers. See you next time.